Brought to you by Puffin.
Science is Lit, written and read by me, Big Manny. Introduction. Hi, I'm Emmanuel, but you might know me as Big Manny. I'm a scientist who does mad cool experiments on TikTok. I've even been on TV and done experiments for live audiences. And in this audiobook, I'm going to teach you how to do your own experiments at home and become a real-life scientist, innit? Science was always my favourite lesson at school. I used to love all of the big explosions and fiery experiments. I found science fascinating because it taught me about things that I couldn't even see, and that blew my mind. Like all of the microscopic cells inside of our bodies that keep us alive. They're so tiny, yet so important. Or the invisible waves that we use every day, like the ones that control our TVs. How does the remote control the TV without even being connected to it? Crazy. Or what about when you blow on a candle and it goes out? What is it about our breath that makes the candle do that? I found myself asking all of these types of questions, and science was the only thing that could provide me with answers. I was so fascinated that I decided to study science at university and ended up with 2 degrees in biomedical science. After I graduated, I worked in a school as a science technician, which was my dream. I got to prepare all of the science experiments for the students and show them what to do in class. And now I'm about to share some of this knowledge with you guys at home. Just a quick heads up before we get started. In this audiobook, you might hear me say wagwan a lot. In case you don't know, that means what's going on? Some other things you might catch me saying are aight, alright, lickle, little, and ting. You guessed it, that just means thing. Okay, now let's get into it. Thinking like a scientist. My journey with science began with me asking lots of questions. In this audiobook, I'm going to encourage you to ask some of your own and start thinking like a scientist. Like, why do lemons taste sour? Why do metals feel cold when you touch them? Why are flames yellow? Every scientific discovery starts with a question, and they don't have to be big, complicated questions either. Science is used in literally everything we do, and we don't even realize. It can be as simple as making a cuppa. When we add hot water to a tea bag, the tea diffuses or spreads out from the tea bag and into the water, making it change colour. Baking a cake. One of the ingredients in a cake mixture is baking soda, otherwise known as sodium bicarbonate. This ingredient releases loads of gas when we heat it in the oven. This gas release causes the cake to rise and become nice and fluffy. If we didn't have sodium bicarbonate in cakes, then they would stay flat. Eating food. When you swallow food, it goes into a sea of hydrochloric acid in your stomach. We'll find out more about acids later. The hydrochloric acid breaks down the food into smaller pieces so that it's easier for you to digest. Science is way more than just a lesson you do at school. Science is all around us, in how we cook, eat, heat our homes, power our cars, and loads more stuff that won't fit in this chapter. You've probably heard of chemistry, but you might not start studying it until you get to secondary school. Man's going to teach you some basic chemistry things now that are going to be useful as you listen to this audiobook and will help you understand the cool experiments we're going to try. Chemistry ting. Chemistry is the study of matter, which is basically all the stuff in the universe. Matter comes in 3 different forms: solids, liquids, and gases. You are made of matter. Chemistry looks at the behavior, structure, and properties of matter. This sounds complicated, but really what we're talking about are things like how hard or soft something is, how it moves, or what happens when you put it in water. Like, will a piece of wood float or sink? Or what happens when I pour sand into a bucket? Simple things. Elements, atoms, and molecules. When we break matter down into its simplest form, what we're left with is an element. An element is a substance that can't be broken down into smaller parts or changed into something else. Elements are made of atoms, which are like tiny building blocks that make up everything in the universe. Like how Lego bricks are used to build a Lego house, elements consist of only one type of atom. So imagine a Lego house with all the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?